Here we go. So I just went through a tutorial of how to bend down, pick up your shoe, put them on without hurting your back. So we're going to do some of that, but what I am going to put on now, as I prep for this particular session, and what I'm going to show you is a technique for moving around your house and helping your bone density, okay? As I was telling my class who was coming on with me, you cannot talk to, see, I'm putting it up over my head. So if you had a backpack, you wouldn't put it over your head. You would just put it on like a coat, okay? So there's my weight vest, all right? Now I'm gonna strap it in, okay? So you're gonna come right here and make it secure. And now I've just put on basically 20 pounds is hanging right here off my shoulders, right here, okay? So everything I do when I move around right now has an additional 20 pounds on me. So I'm doing my little step forward and step backward. And if you get up, this is a little addendum tip. If you get up and let's say you have, I don't know, you slept wrong. Let's say you did some kind of weird moves yesterday. If you have hips replaced or you have osteoporosis or you have arthritis issues, I'm telling you, you never know. But there's a way to work it out. And you see what I just did? If you notice that you're over leaning, especially if you put a backpack that's loaded on, or some of those that are out there and you pull this video up, you may not have a backpack or a weight vest. Fine, go ahead and just pick up your regular weights or whatever you have that's a carry. Okay, this is one of my jugs for a carry. And you see I'm using my little pole just to show you that if you are aware that you're over leaning, you're wobbling when you're walking, use an assistive device. It could be a walking pole. It could be a pole that we use here in class. It could be a cane. I know I hesitate to say that to anybody because they don't want to use a cane, okay? I'm here to tell you, use a cane. It will help you straighten your walk. Now, I've just taken multiple front to back walks. Well, I have 10 pounds right here and I have 20 pounds hanging on my weight vest. Okay, that's a different walk. And I can tell you, I love to have my walkers out there. See, I'm gonna switch, okay? I'm gonna switch. Take a big breath. Yeah, front to back. If you add a weight vest, I was talking about my walkers. I saw Nancy come on, she's a walker. Okay, so I just put my carry right here because I have a lot of weight here. I have my little pole. I tend to wobble because of my hip being replaced on this side. So my supportive device helps me on the opposite side. That's a little tutorial for how do you use an assistive device. Yeah, the side of you that gives you the trouble, usually the opposite side is where you want to put the assistive device, okay? Now, once I've done that, I'm going to use, because most of you have this, not everybody has a lower, very solid stool. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this, okay? And mind you, what do I have? If I didn't have a weight vest or a backpack, I would simply pick up my little carry and I would hold it right here in front of me. Here's my target, okay? So even with lifting 2 inches, and I'm going to switch. See, I'm not gonna stay on one side. I'm gonna alternate, okay? So that means you fully step, then you take the other leg down, tap, fully step, take the other side down, tap, fully step, take the other side down, tap. That's how you alternate. But in doing this, see, I have my carry right here. It could be one of my free weights. I just happened to pick up the jug because it was there. I have it right here in my room where I work out with you guys. And I'm doing alternating step ups, okay? When you are stepping up and you're loaded with approximately 30 pounds, which is what I have on me right now, because I have 10 here. My weight vest is approximately 20, okay? You can load your backpack with 5 or 10 or 15 weights, and it's very effective as a warm-up. Number one, it's very effective. Number two, whenever that you're stepping up and you have a load, especially if you carry it right here centrally, okay, you tend to want to bend at the waist. Don't do that. Okay, I've just got a couple more of these steps. Stay with me, you guys. Take a big breath through the nose. I hope you're doing really good at your nose breathing. It's harder than you think, isn't it? Especially if you're a mouth breather. So many times our mouth gets dry at night. It's because we need to shut our mouth and breathe through our nose. There's all kinds of techniques to help do that. Take a big breath. And so when I go to step, if I'm unsure of where my step is going, let's say I drifted over here and I step up and oh, it's not there, okay? I want to hip hinge and look forward. I don't want to bend my back. I don't want to crane my neck out there. So these are all things in this little warm-up that we're doing. Loaded warm-up. That's what I'm going to call it. Get loaded for your warm-up. Because it is so effective in helping you to load your frame. And it's very safe if you can figure out how to get a backpack, a loaded backpack, or a weight vest on you without hurting your joints. It's a very, very good thing. So I'm going to put my weight down now, my jug weight here. Okay, that's 10 pounds. So I'm going to do that same movement. Just now, I put that down, okay? Some of you, when you went down to put down your weight, you weren't thinking, and you did something like funny with your knee, you rounded your back. But let's say I'm going to pick it up. You see that? So I'm pretending right now. So here's my little step pad. I'm going to the side. I'm going to step. Mind you, I have 20 pounds right here, okay? I'm going to step and I'm going to act like I'm going to pick something up, a suitcase. Bend the knee, push the butt back, pick the thing up, and then push through the front leg, and you're up. See that? So this is real practical stuff for loading safely and not whacking out all your joints and especially your back. See what I did? I'm going to act like I'm going to pick up that jug. I'll pull it back here and actually do it in just a second. But I'm going to go down. I'm going to push my butt back. And I'm going to bend the back knee. And I'm going to pick the thing up. And then I'm going to push in this leg and come up. And then come back. I'm going to do that one more time here, and then I'll add the real weight because I think we're getting warmed up. Okay. Here I am. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose, if possible. Soften up your knees and drop your shoulders. Now, I'm going to turn here and I'm going to pick up the object or pretend object. So what are the steps? I'm going to push my butt back, number 1. Say rib cage up, number 2. Keep my chin tucked. I'm going to go down by bending my legs. Pick the object up, a suitcase. Suitcase would be really good. Okay, that's for Kay. She's a traveler. Okay, you ready? Drop your shoulders. Go to the other side. You're going to put it down. Push the butt back. Down, 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 down. Put it down and come back. Okay? Let me tell you something. If you have 20 pounds hanging on you in either a backpack or a weight vest, or you've got your weights that you're holding on, and you do what we just did, this, drop it down or pick it up, bring it back right here and put it down. Okay? You do that 30 times, I'm telling you, if you have a load on you, you're going to feel it. Okay? Take a big breath. Now, many of you have carries out there because I use carries all the time. So I'm being very practical today. So I'm going to say, get loaded for your warm up and learn how to use a weight vest to help you with osteoporosis management and or prevention. Okay, so now I've just picked up 2 10-pound weights. I don't care if you pick it up in your free weights. Some of you have those free weights that will channel change, and you purchase them from my class. Some of you have just free weights. So let me review. So what am I doing? I'm doing the same stepping up onto the little pad. And if you bring your foot all the way up, okay, I'm managing approximately 40 pounds right now, okay? So I have 10 pounds here, I have 10 pounds here, and I have 20 pounds in a weight vest that I just put on to do this class. And I can tell you, I'm warming up, okay? So I'm gonna come back down. So, in recap, anytime you put weight into your hands, I don't care if it's a suitcase, I don't care if it's a kid, you know, a bag full of whatever, you got to think about alignment. And I will tell you, the very first thing that I see people do when they're carrying something like suitcases is, in order to motor on and to get going, they will stick their head out. Try not to do that, okay? And right now you can practice it. So I'm just telling you, the thing that you're trying to do is see where you're going. I understand that. It's a scary thing. You've got weights in your hands. You're taking a step, and especially you're stepping up. And even though this is 2 inches, it's a step up. And if you go and clip the little pad with your toe, that's enough to send you to the floor. Okay? So I'm telling you, this is a real world balancing exercise and a skill that we have to practice, because it's about balancing. And if you need to look down to see where you're going, pull your chin in first. Okay? Say rib cage up second, shoulders down. If you want to look, do you see what I just did? I went like this. Okay? I did not hang my head out. I did not bend my back. Okay? So many people will get annoyed that I'm continuing in this modality. I'm giving you every chance that I possibly can to help you reevaluate how you move, okay? And I'm using it with a very dynamic, very functional, that means a very typical moving motion that we do. We step up we step down, we walk through our day, and we do it without thinking. So no wonder we start getting into forward head. Our backs hurt, our necks hurt, our shoulders hurt. I got 40 pounds on me right now, okay? And if I weren't constantly, every time I step up, reevaluating and thinking, okay, you know, let me step up, stay on that target, chin tucked, do a little hip hinge if I need to look forward, I would do the same thing, right? I know. Okay, one more. And come back down. Yay. Okay, I got two 10-pound weights right here. See that? I'm going to put them down. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to do my classic fold that we've done many times. I'm going to put my weights down. I'm going to push my butt back, keep my chin tucked, drop those weights right in there. Then I'm going to just bring my hands forward and I'm going to push into the heels. Bring my hands forward, keep my chin tucked, stay into my heels, stay into my heels. Now drop your butt one more inch. One more inch, drop your butt. Breath into the nose, out through the nose. One more inch down into the heels. Then I'm going to come up and I'm going to come up. Okay? You can do all of that with no weight whatsoever. But I'm telling you, I just did it with 20 pounds. So if you go through normal, careful, stepping, walking around your house, up and down the stairs, carrying, picking up, putting down, with a weight vest or a backpack, it's a good thing, but do it mindfully. Okay, so here I am again. Here's my weight load. Could be 2 loaded suitcases. Okay, I just happen to have these. These are big gallon jugs. Okay, and I put water in them. That's 10 pounds. Okay, hip hinge. Go into the heels. Go into the heels. The minute you come off the heels, you're going to start rounding your back. Don't do that, okay? So heels, heels, heels. Go down, down, down. Grab those weights. Pull them close to you and come up. Now squeeze your butt. Yes. So if you don't have 2 items like these, it could be a little suitcase, okay, that you could load for 10 pounds. Go ahead and pick up your free weights, okay? Just pick them up and do the same thing we're doing, all right? So take a big breath, drop your shoulders. I stepped a little wider than shoulder width, all right? Just a little wider. But every time I come up into this zone, I push my shoulders down and I tighten up my butt, okay? Now release, go down. Do not let your shoulders and head go lower than your butt. Push into the heels and pull these up. Yeah. Take a big deep breath. Bring them right here. Bring them right down. Bring them right here, just like you're pulling your pants up. And right down. See that? Here I go. Pull and come back down. These are 10 and 10, but I'm managing approximately 40 pounds. Okay, that's a big difference. That's a big difference. It makes a difference in your movement, in your energy output. When you're loaded, take a big breath. I mean, loaded in a good way. Who's laughing out there? Okay. Drop your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose. We're doing little tiny neutral hip hinges. See, I'm not going very far. I'm just going just past my knees. Then I'm pulling and I'm pulling. Okay? So I'm pushing down. Then I'm pulling. I'm pushing down. I'm pushing down through the feet. through the heels, pushing down with my hands, then pulling back. What some of you are doing is as you go down, you're lifting your chin. Don't do that. Keep your chin tucked, stay into the heels, pulling and pulling. The other thing some of you might be doing is pushing your knees together and then opening them wider. As you go down and up, try to stay right in line with your feet, with your knees. Breath, two more, just two more. Here we go. Pull, pull. I'm gonna go push, push, push. Pull, pull, pull. Push, push, push. Pull, pull, pull. Okay, that was 3. I think I said 2. My bad. Okay. Okay. Big breath. Here's my little juggies right here that I filled with water. All right. Big breath. Okay. Now I'm going to do a split stance segment. Okay, we did split stances. I think Friday we were doing a lot of, I haven't loaded it yet. I'm going to call it, how many ways can you stand on one foot? That's what I'm going to call it. We're not going to do that today, just yet. However, let me go back over this. I've got this load here, okay? I wanted to keep it on during the first half of the segment. And we're almost there. However, if you don't have a weight vest or a backpack, it's a very simple thing to just pick up your free weights. That's perfectly fine. And let me show you how you would hold on to them. You can do it one of 2 ways, okay? You can do it. I'll put 9 on here, yeah. You can do it. So you need to go 9 or 12, or you can go 6, that's fine. But you hold it here, or you hold it here, okay? And you do everything that we just now did. You do everything we did with these riding on your shoulders. See, that's perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, if you couldn't do anything else today, and you have to run out the door, and you picked up 2 9s, and you put them on your shoulder, and especially if you did 2 12s, and you just did this. See the split stance? I'm acting like I'm putting my suitcase down, okay? Too many people go to put their suitcase down or their bucket full of whatever down or their bags, and they don't do a split stance. They don't widen up their legs, okay? If you do this and you just do 30 dips, could be 15 one side, 15 the other side. See what I'm doing? I'm going step, step, and I'm pressing down the back knee. I'm alternating. Take a breath. This is a great move, especially if you load it. So I'm stepping, I'm rotating through the ankle, I'm rotating through the foot. I am not leaning in. That is the safety factor. Whatever you do, if you bend that back knee right now with me, and you go down, even if it's just a little, do not lean forward, okay? Here we go, take big breath, in through the nose. So bend that back knee, lift that heel, do not lean in, okay? Hang out there for just a second or two so that your muscles know that they're loading. And I'm doing this with 2 9-pound weights, if that's what you have, and a weight vest, okay? I go this way on this side. I forgot, okay? Come off the toe, lift the heel, do not lean in, okay? Come down. Yeah, bring that knee in the back down, but don't lean in and then come back up. See, if you just do that 15 times on either side, I'll count it as 30. See how nice I am? See there? So I'm doing this with 2 9s and the weight vest. Just to recap, so you know what I'm doing here. Okie dokie. Take a big breath in through the nose. And all I'm doing is a move that simulates how you should put luggage down, how you should put a bucket down, okay? Especially if you've had joint issues. Give yourself a chance to ambulate, to move up and down appropriately so that your joints have a fighting chance. Okay, one more. I know it. Take a breath in through the nose. If you have to breathe out through your mouth, so be it. But always try to breathe in through the nose and say rib cage up. That's the magic word right there, rib cage up. If you say rib cage up, your shoulders almost naturally drop and you get in the correct positioning. Okay, so now I'm going to put these down. All right, take a big deep breath. And because I know lots of you out there don't have a weight vest, they're very, the good ones are going to run you, you know, at least 100, unless you get it used from somebody. Okay, so I just put it up over my head, and you can tell it's a pretty heavy weight. It's about 20 pounds. You can change the weight load. See, inside, you just pull out the little weight bundles, okay? And they make these so much better now, so much easier to handle than the steel bricks they used to give us. Okay, change up, moving into our loaded session here, okay? I'm gonna step wide, number 1. I got my little bar, number 2. I'm gonna dive down, I'm gonna go just to my knees, okay? Right here, push that over, step wide, really wide, yeah, just like that. Big breath, drop your shoulders. See how I'm gonna come down right there? Yeah, but don't look up. Let your eyes look down and then come back. I do not know where that's coming from. Oh, go lay down. Ruby, you're okay. Take a breath. I think they see deer out there or something. Here we go. And come back. Okay? So we're just resetting. Bring the bar right here under your chin. Some of you, the minute I did this, you went way up here. Okay? I only want your bar under your chin because you know what? I want your shoulders in line with the bar. I don't want them down here. I don't want them way up here. I want them, see how I got this right here? It's riding right here. See that? So here goes. Drop the shoulders, loosen up your knees, and just bend at the elbow. Bring the elbows right at bar level. No higher, no lower. And what's the deal? The bar is under my chin. Yeah, now correct your elbows. Some of you got them too low. Some of you got them too high. And guess what? Some of you have taken your wrist out of neutral. You know what that's called? A cheater move. I know you. Step wide and make sure that your wrist, the bar, your elbow, and your shoulder are in the same plane. Yeah, just like that. Yes. So sit back. So we went from a heavy frame-loaded move to now a very light bar, and we're just checking out our shoulder mobility right here, okay? So see, I'm sitting back into my heels. My knees are soft. And I'm just standing upright with my ribcage up. And as I go down and back, your elbows are gonna naturally come down. Keep your shoulders down, but raise your elbows, okay? Some of you, what I did just this moment, right now, No weights. I just got your attention because I went like this. I didn't say anything. You guys came back here and some of you, your elbows sunk. And then I said, raise those elbows. Ah, yeah, now you get it. Okay, take a breath. When you reach out, be setting into your heels. That's a counter measure to keep you from falling on your nose and not hurting your joints. Okay, so look at your elbows. Okay, don't be bending that wrist. It's neutral. Yeah, it's neutral. It helps if you just point your fingers forward. Now I'm just going to tell you this. I want you to listen. Okay. Some of you have some significant shoulder issues. I understand for whatever reason. I know why I do. Some of us know why. But anyway, as I'm doing this, you're going to be feeling it in the shoulder that gives you a challenge. Okay? We're just meeting a challenge here. If that is you and it's really uncomfortable, by keeping your elbows in line with the bar, then take everything down and just come to just across the chest, okay? That's perfectly fine. And you're still doing a great move because we want to continue this kind of in and out kind of a thing. See this? So this is a move that would constitute what people are referring to now as flossing your joints. I know it. And when your shoulder bothers you, you tend to not want to use your shoulder at all. Well, that would be not wise. No, I don't want you to hurt your, shoulder, but it might be a little uncomfortable. Just make sure that you're moving properly. Go as much as you can, lower it if you need to. And then when you feel you can, come back up. See how it's just right under my chin? And I'm really trying to get my elbows to go right in line with the pole. I know. Take a big breath. When you're in this position, the shoulder blades need to be really squeezing. Okay? And then come back out and come down. I know. You didn't think I'd ever quit, did you? Okay. Turn it and turn it. So more of the just movement, flossing type thing. Now, as we go into this move, keep your shoulders down and push your butt out as you sink into the bent leg. This leg is straight, this one, okay? Then come up. You're going to sink here. You're going to say rib cage up, and you're going to rotate. See these rotations? Whoa. So when you're loading, you take these little breaks in your session and recover around the joints, the muscles, ligaments, tendons. Okay? See, I'm sinking. I'm dropping my shoulders, saying rib cage up, and I'm pushing my butt back as I drop. And you might say, well, how far do I drop? And I would say, until you feel a little tiny stretch starting here, okay? Or sometimes it will be in your back extensors, okay? One more, breath in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Sit back, sit back, sit back, and come back in. Nice. Okay, see this bar? I know. See this little 2-incher thing right here? Right there? Yeah. So we're going to take this bar and we're going to act like we're going to put it on the ground, but we're going to stand on the pad. Now, those of you who have purchased this thing and you purchased it from me, it's almost a square, but not quite. Go as wide as you can. Turn it as wide as you can. And when you're stepping up on it, squeeze your butt, say rib cage up, drop your shoulders. Okay? Now, you're as wide as you can be on your little on your little square pad, almost square, it's not quite square. It is a little bit longer on one side than the other, you'll see that. You can just eyeball it, you can tell, okay? Now I'm gonna act like I have my weights, okay? And I'm gonna put them down, but I'm gonna go all the way down and place it down, then pick it up, push into the heels and come up. Now, when you attempt to do this, and it's only 2 inches that I'm having you drop a little lower than what normally we would, that makes a huge difference. You're gonna see that. Let's try that one more time with just a bar, okay? So I'm gonna push into my butt, push into my heels, and then I'm gonna be on my feet primarily. Then I go, and to put the bar down, you will do one of 2 things. You will either go out or you'll go in. I don't want you to do either. So I really want you to try to put that bar down on the floor. Or here's the third scenario. You will round your back. So even 2 inches past where your feet are will make you want to round your back. Don't do it. That's where the training starts, okay? Are you ready? Push your butt back. Come on down. Keep those knees tracking. Grab that pole by pushing into the heels and lowering your butt. Then you come up. Yes, now squeeze your rear end. One more time. Push. Don't let these knees veer in or out, and do not round your back. Okay? You're gonna put that sucker down, and you're gonna go down, pick it up, and come back. Got it? This will be so fun. You will just love this. I can tell it already. Okay? So I'm gonna come off of there. I'm gonna put my little bar over there. Now, I could do this with my 2 jugs that are 10 pounds, or I could do it with a pretty heavy handheld weight. So I'm going to settle for the handheld weight. And Nancy always wants to know, what did I pick up? Well, Nancy, I went 1 up from what I was holding on to. I was using a 9. I went up to a 12 because this is a forward, we're doing little nuance type changes in this, in that we've stepped on a pad, a very movable pad, okay? That's the balance component of this move. Pretend these are 2 suitcases, okie dokie. We're gonna go down, we're gonna put them down. So as I start to go down, I'm gonna keep checking my line. Chin tucked, rib cage up, shoulders down, push into the heels. You can either put them in front or you can just put them right there beside you, push into the heels and come back up, okay? Now, before you go down again, you're gonna go like this and like this. Yeah, we're doing that little flossing, getting all that oxygen. Breathe in into our spine, into our shoulders. Now, before you go down and pick that up, stay with me. These are little nuanced moves. If you need a chair next to you, make sure you have it, okay? If you need to do this where you can put your hand on a wall, good, because we're gonna step forward, but we're gonna step forward with our heel first. Are you ready? Shift, drop your shoulders, breathe, no weight. I'm gonna put my heel down. I'm not gonna put my toe down, and then I'm gonna back, okay? This is a money type of a move. You know why? Because you're using your eccentric contraction muscles to do this move. All right, it's an elongation, which is very instrumental in helping you get stronger. Okay, now I'm going to shift. I did it 2 times, 1 leg. Okay, drop your shoulders. This is a 2-inch drop. Have your chair where you can hold on to it if you need. I'm going to come down and put my heel down. but I'm not putting my toe down. Then I'm going to get back up by trying to push through the leg muscles. And if you notice that you're hopping or you're doing funny moves that make you not stay in that leg, which I just noticed that I did, you get something like I've suggested to put your hand on, because as I went down, I can do the move, but here's where little tiny training tips come into play. I know, because I have a hip replaced, that I tend to overlean and I tend to use other muscles when I do moves like this. Okay, my goal is to strengthen that leg. And if I'm going to do that, I have to stay in line. This helps me do it. It's that simple. Okay, now I'm going to go to the other one. I don't even have the need to do it in the other one. Okay, so this is an eccentric motion. Okay, and now I'm going to come back up and come back up. So I'm going to drop down and go ahead and roll into the front foot and then gum and come back up. Okay, so it trains both your legs. Now, when you do, you may think, oh, no problem, easy peasy. Good. But I can tell you, when I go pick up these weights and I do that move, it's going to be challenging. And you may see that I will pick up one weight, okay? And I will come down on my challenged heel, all right? And I'll come back up and I'll do it several times because I want to stay lined up. And if you have a problem knee, a problem hip, a foot, that you're doing these funny compensatory moves that would totally miss the muscles that I'm trying to work on. Okay, so now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take a big deep breath. No, I'm going to stay on this side and I'm going to go down and come back up. This is on my problem or my challenge leg. Okay, and I have only picked up one weight because I want to keep myself lined up. That is an acceptable modification because now I'm feeling it in those muscles all around the knee and the hip in my challenge leg. Now, some of you may say, well, Jeannie, you know, why is that the challenge leg? This is the hip replace side. My knee replace side is actually stronger. Yeah. So that's just the way it goes, especially if you've had a hips replaced. Okay. So now that we've done our eccentric motion, take a big breath. Yes. Now I'm going to step back. I'm going to keep that one foot in front on the little pad, and I'm going to drop that knee down, 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 and come back up. So when you do this, you are really going to be pushing into that front leg. So I'm calling this, other than the loading warm up, it's about the legs. Okay. Yeah, your arms we will hit. I'll hit a little bit at the end, but I'll tell you, a lot of people who walk and only walk and they don't do this type of loading, you will not get that much stronger. When you're just walking and you don't overload it somehow, I don't care, pick 1 or 2 days or both, 2 days. We do 2 days and I hit different things. This one's hitting the legs. But here's the neat thing. With free weights, see I'm holding on here? I'm also addressing my upper body, my core. Yeah, the whole back, everything. And then I got 2 more of these. Stay with me. See that front leg? Drop that knee down. Stay ribcage up. Come back. Okay, 1 more. At the end of this, I'm going to take this much heavier weight and I'm just going to pull back. See, just pull back. So I'm not going to do a full curl. I'm just pulling back. So your pulling muscles generally can take a lot more weight, okay, without hurting yourself. Pull back. See, you're still balancing on that front leg. Pull back. Just two more. Just two more. Stay with me. Stay with me. Breath. One more. Duh. And come back. So that front leg, the hip, woo, should be talking to you. Yeah. Okay. Switch. So I have my other foot on the pillow. I still have my weights. If you need to take a break with your weights, put them down. Perfectly fine. Okay. Go back as far as you feel comfortable. Drop your shoulders. Chin tucked. Big breath in through the nose. Rotate the back foot so that you're putting the knee down. And then come back. Okay. So when you come back up to standing, I want you pushing through the front foot. The foot that's on the pillow or the pad. And as you're coming down, do not let those shoulders come forward too much. Okay, they'll come up forward a little bit, but keep them back there. Now you're really pushing through that front foot. Big breath. Big breath. Push through that front foot. Here we go. Duh. Breath. So I don't know about you, but this is my challenge leg and I can feel it already. Breath, push. So I've got 12 and 12 in my hands. Duh. Can you imagine if I have 12 and 12 and I have my weight vest on? Woo. Take a breath. I can already feel it shaking. Here we go. Push through that front foot. Here we go. Two more, two more. Duh. Okay, one more. Duh. And come back. Nice. I'm going to put my weights right there. Shake out your hands. Do a little pull back. Do a little pull back with the fingers. Turn your toe out. Recover. Turn your toe out. Recover. Take a big deep breath. Woo. Take a big hug. Drop your shoulders. Big hug. Drop your shoulders. Yes. Hang out there for a second. Big breath in through the nose. Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to keep the heavier weight. This is not the heaviest, but it's 12. 12 in one hand, 12 in the other hand. Okay. So once you're holding that, you're asking all of your core and your back to collectively handle those. So that's actually 24 pounds. So I'm going to come down. I'm going to grab them. Kick my little pad out. I'm going to be right in front of my kitchen chair. Okie dokie. So as I go down, I'm going to go step wide. I'm not going to sit. I'm going to step wide. I'm going to come down. I'm going to act like I'm going to sit, but then I do not. I do not. Okay? So here I go. Take a big breath. Chin tucked. Let them ride right down into place. Act like you're going to sit, but then you do not. Okay? Big breath. Here we go. Push into the heels. Ride down the thigh. And then go to the side with the weights. Act like you're going to sit, but don't. So hopefully you're doing this with a heavier weight than you've chosen before. Big breath. Boom. And boom. Squeeze your butt right now. Big breath. Drop your shoulders. So here's the difference in what we're doing right now. And as you're scrolling through whatever you scroll through, and you see whatever you see being presented on whatever, I'm doing it with you. I have the replaced joints. I understand. And I'm doing the whole thing with you, trying to encourage you to breathe, stay in alignment, really hit those areas that you want to keep strong. Why do I keep doing this? Because anybody that comes in with me, I want you to keep your independence. And this is how you do it. Can't pay anybody to do this, y'all. Breath, go into the heels, drop your shoulders, ribcage up. 2 more. Breath. 1 more. Breath. And come back. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna put my weights here in my little holsters. Crank it back for safety. Don't leave a light weight there. Crank it back to 18. Here's my chair. I'm gonna put my hands right on the back of the chair. I'm gonna be stepping back. I'm gonna be pushing back into my heels. As I'm in this position, I'm gonna bring my hand up, rotate. Then I'm gonna thread underneath, rotate and reach. I got 1 knee bent, 1 knee straight. Chin is tucked. Take the other one, go all the way up over the back. 1 knee straight, 1 knee bent. Thread the needle, come in, 1 knee straight, 1 knee bent. It will switch. Don't drop your head. Keep your chin tucked. Take a breath, put your hands right on the seat of the chair. Step out. Drop your hips. Drop your shoulders, but drop the hips. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. Just hang out there for a second. Breath. Breath. Really push your hips toward the chair. Drop your shoulders. Okay. Push back. Step in. Now put the elbows on the chair. 1 knee bent, 1 knee straight. 1 knee bent, 1 knee straight. Tuck your chin. 1 knee bent, 1 knee straight. 1 knee bent, 1 knee straight. Press in, come up. Give yourself a big hug. Woo! Drop your shoulders. Yes. So this is getting loaded for the warm-up and legs. Okie dokie. Hope you got it.